Alright, so I'm going to be doing this video. This is about the MacBook Pros, all the way from 2016, I believe, all the way up until the current model. So 2016, 2017, 18, 19, and 20. Apple has been having problems with this new design. The flex cables in the screen have been going dead. This one, actually, they broke the screen, but so as you can see, it's actually cracked. But normally what would happen is the screen goes and it just stays completely black. You can't see anything. And this is something Apple actually, I feel they did this on purpose because they know they were having a cable issue. It's an internal cable with the screen itself. So it's not something that people can fix. I watched a video and I saw it's really difficult. So I don't actually do that repair. But anyways, this one has an actual broken screen, and the thing Apple did to make it so you can't tell the screen is broken or it's the cable, it also made it so you can't use an external monitor unless you do this. So you have to disconnect the internal screen from the board. So you're going to need a Pentalobe 1.2, a T5, and a T4 screwdriver. So once you get all the screws from the bottom cover out, the 2 screws near the hinge are the longest, and then the 4 here are a little bit shorter. But anyways, once you get all the screws out, use a suction cup, pull up the cover away from the hinge, and then get your fingernails or a pry tool underneath. Once you get under there, I like to slide my fingernails down to the side because there's a clip there, and then I pull up on that side, okay? Just like this. Oh, why is it stuck so hard? Just like that, okay? Normally it's not that difficult to get out. It is usually pretty difficult, but not that difficult. So then I just slide my fingernails around the side to the other side, and same thing, just pop it up. Okay, don't pull it too far because there are like some sliding clips mechanism back here. So once you get those clips out, you want to put the computer standing up like this, and then what you do is you pull the cover, you want to pull it downwards onto the table. So if you have a delicate table, make sure to get something padding there, or so that way when you pull it, you won't slam the cover into your table and damage it. But anyways, just do that, pull on it. It's really difficult, so just keep that in mind. Just pull on it like that, okay? Depending on, some models are a lot more difficult, so you might have to work your way back and forth from the left to right side. All right, so now we're gonna pull this side out. There we go. Okay, usually once you get one side, the other side comes out pretty easily. Okay, then you take the cover off. I'm gonna have to clean this up because it's really dusty. And the main thing we want is to first disconnect the battery. So there's this plastic cover on them. Just peel this up, okay? And yeah, I think Apple did this on purpose, so that way when you bring it in, you have to get like a screen repair, or you have to, yeah, or they'll just tell you it's not a screen, it's your board or something, and then charge you even more. But anyways, you peel this up, and there's a little connector under here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I don't think you can see it because my hand is probably blocking it, but there's a connector there. Okay, there's a little latch at the end. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, flip it up, and then you got to pull this cable out. So once you flip that latch back, certain ones are different. They put the little water sticker on top, but I grab the cable as close as I can to the connector, and then I just pull it back. You might have to wiggle it a little, make sure that latches up all the way, and then yeah, wiggle that cable out just like that. All right, and then they'll have a T5 screw under here, so make sure you switch to the T5 bit, or if you have separate screwdrivers, make sure you're using the T5 screwdriver, not the Pentalobe one. Okay, and then unscrew this. Okay, and then after you unscrew that, this metal tab here, you want to pull it up slightly, just a little bit, so that it stays bent upwards, so it's no longer touching the thing underneath. So this is the battery board here, and this connector is also for the battery. So these two, once you got those two disconnected, what you want to do is open up the computer, and then press and hold the power button for about 10 to, oops, sorry, wrong side. Press and hold the power button for about 10 to 15 seconds. This will drain any power that's left inside the board, so that way you don't damage the screen. This is very important. If you don't press and hold this button, then you can damage your screen, or you can damage the logic board, motherboard, by trying to remove the connector, okay? And also, if you have, it would be good to have electrical tape, so that way you can cover the connector, so when you leave the screen connector loose, it won't damage it. Though sometimes, I'll show you here, oops. Sometimes this little connector here has like a foam underneath that doesn't conduct electricity, and you can just put that in place and then put the connector on top. So we'll see if that's the case on this one. Alright, so now we're going to switch to the T4 screwdriver. Alright, and what you want to do is we're going to remove, actually we only need to remove this one. So we'll remove this one here. Since we're not pulling the cable completely up, we should be able to do it with just this one. If not, I'll see. I think I might have to remove both because the connector might not go up enough. Yeah, I'm just going to remove both just to be safe. Usually I remove both. I don't want to be lazy and then damage it. So this thing, as you can see, there's a foam underneath. And this foam you can use to cover the connector so it doesn't cause any damage. Okay, we're going to remove this one as well. Okay, just take the screws out. These screws are longer than the ones that were holding the connector down, so make sure you don't mix them up. Alright, then we'll take this little adapter, this metal adapter off. Okay, so make sure you have it pointing the same way. I don't want to flip it upside down. I think I flipped it upside down. Yep. Okay, so it goes that way. Make sure you have it the right way. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, and then you have the connector here. You want to pop this up. So I use my fingernail. You can use a plastic pry tool. Don't use metal tools for this. And then you just pop that up just like that. I don't know what this thing is here. I've never seen that on any of them before, so maybe somebody opened this before. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Anyways, so you can lift this cable up, and then when you have that cable lifted up, you can get this little, the little thing that was holding it down before, and you can put that back in first. So now that you have that in its place, it will keep the connector from plugging in, or from touching the connectors and shorting something out. So just get that connector back in. Okay, make sure you get it lined up with the screw holes. Oops. It's a little tricky. You can use tweezers if you want to help with this process. Usually what I find works best is I'll take the screw. So this is the easiest way to do it, but let me show you. So I get the screw, stick it on my magnetic screwdriver, and then what I do is I put the screw in one hole like that, and then that way you can use the cover to guide the screw, so like that, and then you can put the one screw in and just put it loosely, that way you can rotate it around. Okay, and then you can push that into place and put the last screw in. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now that you got both screws in, that will protect the port. Okay, just be careful not to smash this cable down on top, because then you can damage the connector on the cable itself. Alright, now we're going to put this back on as well. Okay. You can use that trick that I was showing earlier, where you hold this tab, put the screw through, and then use that to kind of help you guide the screw into place. It makes putting these screws in a lot easier. Okay, and then just tighten that down. Alright. And then get the other screw and tighten that down as well. So now that you have this cable disconnected, you should be able to use your external monitor adapter. I'm going to clean up the dust in these fans, and then I'll be back. Okay, so you want to clean up the dust before you reconnect the batteries. Alright, I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back. Alright, so I got the fans all cleaned up. Guess we'll put this back. I don't know what this is or where it came from, but I'm guessing it came from up here. but something must have knocked it down. I don't know. Well, I'll just put it back. It was like here. I don't know why it's there. Maybe I shouldn't leave it in there. Yeah, it has a layer of adhesive, so I'm guessing it goes here in between these pieces, but it's kind of covering stuff, so maybe not. Yeah, I don't know where this would have come from. It's kind of strange, but let's see if it sticks there. Hold on. My cat's trying to climb up. Alright, so once you do that, you just get the T5 bit and put the screw back in. Okay. Make sure this battery's not touching anything metal. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Tighten down that screw. Make sure the metal thing is still lined up, because some people, they end up bending it sideways or something and they damage that. Whoa, what happened to this speaker? Why is it all white? Anyways, once you do that, plug this connector back in. Let me see if I can zoom in to let you see that. Okay, that's right there. Okay, so grab that, grab the little tab, and then try and guide that back into the slot. All right, just like that. Pull it over and then put the latch back down. Make sure you slide it back down. You don't like just shove it over. Okay, and then put this tape back on top. Okay, then grab this thing and put this back in. So line up these, line up these adhesive things with the two screws there. There's some junk on it. Okay, and then you just flip it over and push it down. Okay, so that should also line up with the wall here. There we go. And now your external monitor should work. So I'm gonna test and plug it in. Put the cover back on. So to put the cover back on, you need to slide the mechanism back in. So you start it down like this, okay? And then you hold onto this part here to help slide it in place, okay? And then you go to the other side, same thing, hold that down and slide it. And then make sure both of these sides are flush. After you make sure they're flush, then you just push down like that, and then push in the center as well. And then you can put the screws back in, but most people will want to test it first, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work right, so I'm just going to put the screws back in. Okay, and then after that you can test the monitor, so I will show that. I'll bring that over. I'm going to pause the video for a bit and then bring it over so you don't see all my mess everywhere. But yeah, there we go. Just connect all this. Okay. So I don't know who, somebody opened this before, because these screws were all like just slightly coming out. They didn't tighten them in all the way. Maybe they tried to open it and they couldn't, I don't know. But yeah, alright. Alright, so we got all the screws in. I'm gonna go plug it in using this adapter that they provided, just to make sure that they will be able to get it to work. So let's open it up. Turn on the computer. It's not going to do anything, of course, because there's, or it should at least power on. They turned it on and off multiple times, so it doesn't go to the screen anymore that shows the escape key. So that's something, another thing Apple did. If you turn the computer off and on multiple times, instead of booting to the normal screen, it goes to a forgot your password screen and the touch bar doesn't light up. So I feel they did all of this just to make it so you can't tell that your MacBook is still working. It's kind of a pain. Yeah, a lot of times I'll turn it on. They even got rid of the boot chime, so there's no more signs that your Mac is working. There's no sounds. You can't hear the fan. So I don't know. They're doing everything they can to make sure that you just bring it to Apple and be like, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. So anyways, we're gonna plug this in. We're gonna bring this over to my monitor. Okay. So let's see. So I got this monitor up here. Okay. I'm gonna take my HDMI cable. Okay, this one. Where is it? There we go. And we're gonna plug it into that thing. I need more hands here. Alright, so I'm gonna plug this in. Alright, so now we've got the HDMI cable plugged in. Gotta make sure our monitor is set to detect HDMI. Go, it's on HDMI. Okay, now I'm gonna force shut it down just in case. Oh, that's another thing. Once you disconnect the battery, sometimes you actually have to plug it back in. So let me get the power cable just in case. I'm gonna leave you here. Let me pause this and I'll plug it in. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in now. Let's see if it even makes the charging sound. That's at least one way you can kind of tell. Oh, is their charge port broken too? Their charge port doesn't feel right. And then another way you can tell is if the thing clicks, but right now it's not even clicking. Let's try and power it up. Okay, now it's making the clicking feeling. So nothing will come on the screen, of course, but now the external monitor is showing. So you can see, because you got the HDMI plugged in, there we go. So it looks like it's good. So if anything, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe, because that'll help me. It'll also help others find these videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so if you can get it to this screen, what you want to do first is select English. Okay. Or whatever language you can read. Let it load. It'll go to this reset password screen, but you don't want to reset your password, so you go to the Apple and then just restart the computer. Okay, and hopefully after this it will boot. So nothing will show on the screen. You just see the escape key. Oh, my cat's coming. Hi, Venus. Right, so right now it's gonna work. But when it shuts down, so right now it's on, if I shut it down, okay, now it's completely off. Okay, so if I push this, this should wake it up. So I feel the mouse clicking. You see the computer turning on, but it's not going to actually start up because Apple's doing some sneaky stuff to make it not work. Okay, see, it's not going to turn on. It doesn't want to turn on. But you can tell the mouse is clicking. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to put the camera here and see if you can hear it. Okay, so it's clicking right now. So what you do to fix this to get it to show up again, the power button is here. What you want to do is keep clicking this while you press and hold the power button. As you can hear, it's clicking. See, it stopped clicking now? That's when you let go of the power button, but you keep clicking. And now it started clicking again. And that should get it to show up on the screen, but we have to wait a little bit. You might have to do it twice. See, the screen started up again. So that's the trick. You have to, while you're clicking the mouse, and there we go. So we're good. I'm gonna shut it down again. So you can see that. If I shut it down, it's probably gonna do it again. Let's shut it down. Okay, it's completely off, right? Okay, so now we're gonna press the button again to wake it up. Okay, I'm pressing the button. That should wake it up. You'll see the light come on, but it won't show the Apple logo, I think. And then it's just gonna turn the screen off. Yeah, see, it should show the Apple, but Apple's doing some sneaky stuff here. So, okay, so what we're gonna have to do, again, keep pressing it. I don't know if you can hear the clicking. So while I'm clicking that, I'm gonna press and hold this, the power button. Keep clicking it. It stopped clicking. Let go of the power button, but keep clicking. It starts clicking again. Okay, and just keep clicking it. And the screen should come up. So right now I'm just still clicking the trackpad. There you go. The screen's coming on. Is it going to show the Apple this time? If it doesn't show the Apple, you have to just repeat the process. See, it didn't show the Apple again. So now we're going to have to do that again. So keep clicking it. Press and hold the power button while you're clicking it. The clicking stopped. You hear the fan a little bit, and then keep clicking. Now I think it's gonna work. Come on. What happened? It didn't work again? Nope, it turned on. Oh, okay, it's going. So keep clicking the mouse. The screen turned on again. I don't see the Apple logo. Oh no, it's not working right this time. Come on, wake up. Maybe I have to wait longer for it. It's a little tricky. Okay, let me try it again. Press and hold the power button and click this. Okay, it stopped. Let go of the power button. Hopefully that will get it. I'm just clicking the trackpad still. Come on. Apple makes this thing tricky. Come on, there we go. So sometimes it takes several tries, but there you go. There we go. Alright, so hopefully this video helped. If it does, go to the language menu, select the language before you restart. Otherwise, it'll just go back to the reset password thing. But yeah, hopefully this video helped. Alright, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.